Hey everybody, Simon here, Projects in the Barn. Welcome to another episode. And today is going to be slightly different to what we've been doing the last few weeks. And the fact I'm going to be working on something other than the Jaguar. I know a lot of you are now saying boo-hoo and you've already turned it off. So hello briefly to you. Welcome to those that are staying behind to watch what I'm doing on my van. So I've got behind me, I've got a 1988 Volkswagen T25 Caravelle GL, which is a pretty well-spec'd van, 1988. It's got all sorts of cool features on it, one of which is central lock-in. And the central lock-in has never worked since I've owned the van. So today's a day, hopefully we're going to put that right. I had a good mate of mine come over last week to help me with a intermittent immobiliser problem on an immobiliser that I wasn't even aware was in my van until it went wrong, which we've resolved. And while he was over here, he gave me a hand to diagnose my central lock-in, and we think it's the two front master actuators in both front doors that are dead in the water. The the sliding door one is working. The rear one is working but not engaging the lock. So I've got a few bits and pieces to do. So shall I show you what I'm doing? So I'll my new favourite function on my camera, and we'll go to the front door. The tripod's there ready to start filming, but basically the actuators, that's the original one that lives. I've stripped it apart so I can get it going, but to no avail. So they sit, if I can do it one-handed, behind the door card in on that mounting plate like so. On the plunger, which is goes up and down through turning the key, activates the central locking, and that then sends a signal to all the other actuators about the van to lock it. So anyway, I've extracted the original wiring from that loom, from this actuator, but it's all pinned inside the actuator. The replacements you can buy are from a Volkswagen T4. They don't sell the original ones anymore. This is pretty much the same design. So I've bought this probably Chinese copy, but does work. I've bench tested it after I've wired it up. It all seems to work. So I need to now mount this inside that door, but obviously it works through. If I close the door, old school, put the key in the Glock, turn the key, moves that pin up and down, and locks the van. Unfortunately, my key doesn't turn inside the lock. So first thing I need to do is to take that out and see what's going on. And it's held in very simply. If I pull away the rubber, there's a single Phillips headed screw, or cross headed through, just there, which will allow me to take that out. So as I go, if I pop my camera up on there, and hopefully, without getting too much in the way, we should. I spin me tripod round. There we go. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that out. So, I've got a Phillips in my pocket. So if I just in there, remove that screw. It's difficult to see, I know, because I'm probably in the way of the camera. Like that. Put that safely in the van. That should allow me then to pull out from there, and then that should just slide away. It's probably never been out There we go. And there we have it. I'll leave the door open, I don't want to close it. But if I pop that down, I'll put down my windows. He said. All right, normally they work. That's typical, isn't it? My window doesn't want to go down. Let's see if I can. Well, I don't know what's stopping that. Ah, my door pin was in the way. Happy days. I still want to lock myself out, so I thought I'll open the window. Okay. I'll take off the gaskets so we don't lose them. And let's go inside, shall we? And see if we can sort this out. Right, so I've got it there in my bench. And I think first thing we'll do is get some WD-40 on it. Yes. So basically my key obviously fits in there lovely. But does not do anything. So I want to just try and lubricate it all best I can and see if we can get it moving. So it should, by turning the key, engage the actual lock itself. And I think that's what's seized. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Get that so it's nice and free. And you can see, if I do it that way around, should be able to see the slot spinning. Lovely. Oh, that was easier than I was expecting. Try it with the key, it goes that way around. Lock, unlock, lock, unlock. Or even on the spring now, look. See that? Oh, not that way yet. Lock. There we go. Power of WD-40, which Jaguar keeps telling me is not a penetrant, that one, but a lubricant. So I've used it, so thanks for that top tip, Jaguar. Very kind of you. Yeah, apparently if you want WD-40 to be a penetrant, you've got to buy a specialist penetrant version of it. Because I've just always for years used it as a penetrant, but there we go. Live and learn. So I'm going to take a little bit of time now, clean all this up inside here with a brush, get rid of any deposits that might be built up inside there. Nice little stiff brush here. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on cleaning that up, and then we can see about putting it back on the van. All right, so we've got it nice and clean. And then what I'll do, is I've got a little bit of white grease here. Just apply a bit of grease to the mating surfaces. Like so. Let's work it in a little bit. Make sure we get down on the spring. Perfect. Right, let's get that back in the van. Right, so I've got the lock. I'll put the gaskets back on. That one. And that one. That then should slide back into that hole. And go in there. Little grub screw. Back on the screwdriver. Goes in that hole there. Which you'd think would just slide straight back in. There we go. Pull that up tight. I'll just test it before I close the door. So that's all working. Acid test. Happy days. Right, so I've now got to get the actuator, the locking pin fitted on there, and I don't really want to take my door card off. So I'm going to try and just reach in and latch it on. Don't really need to see that because I'll probably be fiddling around for a bit, so we'll come back when that pin's attached again. Right, that was a bit of a faff. I've just pulled the door card away and removed the motor again, because basically the lock-in pin here, bit that goes up and down, had come away from the lock. So with the lock away, I don't think we'll be able to see it, there's a little plastic tab. See that little white plastic tab just above my finger? That one there. If I can show it to you. That there, yeah. So that there has to go through the door frame. That plastic tab is connected to that lock-in pin. That has to go through the door frame. There's two little plastic lugs on it, which you might just be able to see. They go this side of the door frame. Just see them there? So that goes just through the door frame, and then there's a metal tab which comes off the back of this lock that it slides onto, and then it all goes back together. I've been here struggling with that, hence I took off the door card. So anyway, we've managed to achieve that, and it was just 2 screws to take it out, so it wasn't difficult as such, but it was a little extra thing I wasn't expected to do, but there we go. Find its home. Is that there? And then once again we can put the carefully door handle back in like so. Just pull the rubber out of the way again. Like that. Now if I put the plastic cap back on the top, that now, with the door locked, allows me to lock and unlock the door properly. Right, next thing then is the motor. So I've pinned the motor in, and if I pull it up and down, you can hear it activating the other locks. So that now can go into its home, which is held in with just 2 screws. But before I do that, I need to get the hook, just there, look, onto there. They are definitely smaller hole than the original. Alright, that is that now in, and we can then plug it all back together. One screw. 2 screw. We have central lock-in. Let's just try it on the key. Yes, come on. And there we have it. We've got some central locking back in the van. So I'm pretty much going to do the same on the other side, which you don't really need to see. But yeah, it goes to show those T4 actuators actually work. If you've got a Volkswagen Type 25, this is factory central locking. It's not an aftermarket kit. This is factory central locking. Just showing you that you can get the T4 actuators to actually work on your Type 25 van. So happy with that. So I'm just going to put the van back together again on that side. Swap out the other motor. And that should be all of that complete. So I'll do that and I'll come back to you and we can show you that central locking side finished. Right, so got the door car back together again and we'll do it. Hopefully you'll be able to pick up the noise and we'll activate the central locking. I don't know if you can see anything on that side, probably not, it's so dirty. And the door back open again. So there we have it, that is bolt. So I'm going to carry on working my way through the other bits on the van. If there's any problems, I'll add to this, but if it all goes smooth, that'll be the end of this actual video. So just a short one from me, something a little bit different, not on the Jag, but I am on the Jag in the background, if you know what I mean. But that's a video to come out very soon. So yeah, check back in again soon. And there's plenty more Jaguar content to come, I promise you. But for now, from me, and all the projects I've got going on down here, which you can see is, yeah, quite a few. That'll do for the day. So just a short video from me today. So thank you so much for watching. If you've not yet subscribed and you'd like to, please hit that subscribe button for me. Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. I do reply to every single comment that I get. And I'll see you next time round on more videos for projects in the barn. Take care everybody, see you soon. Bye for now.